The University of Northwestern Ohio, offering rare access to professional racing through a unique curriculum, propels young men and women into the fiercely competitive world of motorsports. Those careers start right here. Mind, character, physical ability. Motorsports U, the art of educating all three. This week at Limaland Motorsport Park brings the University of Northwestern Ohio its first win in the Thunder Stock Division. Cody Wiesner from Muskegon, Michigan took the lead in the first lap and held off a last turn pass attempt from veteran racer Tim Bowen as he drove the #1 stock car to the checkered flag.
Cody's a really good driver. I mean, looking at what he's got as far as talent, as soon as he hopped in that car, it seemed like it came natural. And I know he runs his own stock car at home, but I mean, as far as out of the box, it looks like he's performed the best out of all our drivers so far. And I think he's really got the talent to go far as long as he can keep a cool head and really focus on what he's got to do.
Wiesner's car was strong all night and looked to be a contender when he drove from a 7th place starting position to finish first in his heat race.
Special night at Limaland Motorsports Park. History in the making. Cody Wiesner of Muskegon, Michigan, a University of Northwestern Ohio undergrad, wins the Budweiser Thunderstock feature. First time ever for a racer athletic motorsports team to win in the Thunderstock division. We salute Cody Wiesner and Racer Athletic Motorsports tonight here at Limaland Motorsports Park.
Remember, once again tonight, you know how important it is to win a stock race here? Pretty big, especially beating Anderson at his own game. Oh yeah, beating the Babcock car with Tim Bowen driving, that's serious stuff.
Man, I just was hoping that everybody stayed behind me. I kept looking for somebody's nose. I heard a little bit of engine noise back behind me when I jumped the cushion a couple times, but I wasn't sure what was going on back there. I just tried to hit my marks. Everything seemed to work out good. I got tangled up with, I think it was Bowen at the end, but I'm not sure. He got in my left rear when I was going around that lap car, but man, I'm just glad we got it home in one piece and everything's kosher. Everybody's happy and we can go maybe do something this weekend, or it'll be in one piece for 2 weeks when we come back from Martinsville next week. Well, I wasn't sure what was going on when Bowen got into me there, but I just kind of held my breath for a second and hoped that we keep it straight and bring home one piece. And I crossed the checkered flag line and I looked up and saw everybody in the stands running down. And it was one of the feelings you just can't describe. I mean, you feel about as high as you can be, and I'm just happy we did it for everybody. This is awesome. I just want to thank the whole crew and all the coaches and everything for giving us the opportunity to do this. I mean, there's no other place that you can go to get this kind of experience, especially the hands-on and getting a chance to be behind the wheel. I mean, it's one of the things that you just can't describe and can't be thankful enough for.
The UNOH Motorsport team is assisting the UNOH sponsor Whelen Modified, driven by Tom Zegedy at Martinsville Speedway in Virginia. Zegedy will be driving his #2 car in the Made in America Whelen 200.
We're just excited to be down here involved with Martinsville. I look forward to being involved in the future. I know what they've provided for our young people, and the program up to this point has been exceptional. So I look forward to the races and seeing how our young people do. So it's going to be a great day.
We're learning a lot right now. We're learning a lot about how they do tire pressure and whatnot, and how to set up the car basically and make it a good handling car for asphalt.
So far practice has been going really well. Our times have been looking good.
haven't really had to change a whole lot. We've been messing around with some tire stagger, a little bit of wheel offset, putting spring rubbers in and out. Other than that, the car's been really good. The driver seems to be happy, so we're doing good. Yeah, it's really an amazing opportunity for us. I mean, we're used to the little local hometown track weekly deal, and this is definitely a big step up. Doing a lot of things different. Everything's got to be much more precise. And then just working with a different caliber of teams and everything. I mean, these guys, this is what they do for a living, so they're really good at what they do, and we're definitely learning a lot from them.
Oh yeah, no, the kids are great. I shouldn't even be calling them kids; they're young adults. They do a great job for us. They're learning, but they're all like sponges. They're sucking up everything they can get and learning everything they can, and they're doing a great job for us.
We can wait a couple minutes if we have to. He absolutely has to have room. 374. 68, bud.
To me, it felt like a pretty good race setup coming up off.
That definitely is. We're not going to change what we're doing there, but I'm trying to get you better here in time. That's what this was all about.
Basically, we just did a few minor adjustments. We came here pretty prepared. We got a few years of notes, so we were able to unload pretty fast. And we just made a couple minor changes to sway bar and spring rubbers and a little bit of stagger changes, and we were good. So we only missed the pole by a little bit.
I don't see anybody really faster out here, I'm being honest with you. We got an awesome race car. I'm trying to get the thing to time a little bit better. Question is, do you want to scuff? Oh, I think we're definitely scuffing.
We didn't have anything exactly set out. We were just helping change tires and whatever maintenance or anything that needed to be done to the car. Did have to pull a transmission out, so we tried to help with that as much as we could, and just looking over the car and making sure everything looks right. Definitely like open wheel. Grew up open wheel dirt track. Definitely open wheel modified on asphalt's a lot different game. Asphalt's completely different than what we're used to. You got to be a lot more precise. Setup's got to be just exactly dead on, otherwise you're not going anywhere. So it's definitely interesting to see what's different and what's kind of the same.
And remember, when we do time here at the meeting this morning, they said you get the green the second time around. So I guess they're going to run you out there, you go by, and then you're going to get the green the next time around. Okay?
Martinsville experience was a lot of fun. Learned a lot, and I've always been around dirt racing, and that was like my first hands-on asphalt racing experience. And I picked up a lot of things, you know, how much time and effort really goes into setting a car up, and all the practice runs you have to make, and qualifying, and how they impound the cars after qualifying, and you can't touch them until the race. It's pretty complex deal that they have going on, you know, the whole NASCAR circuit and the stock cars and stuff. It's pretty neat. I mean, to really get behind the scenes and see what all goes down at one of those races, it's a hell of an experience.
The second event being held here at Martinsville Speedway is the UNOH Performance 200. The Motorsport team will be assisting the Robert Grimm Racing Team and their driver Eddie McDonald as he drives the UNOH-sponsored K&N Pro Series stock car.
My job right now is just take tire pressures, and then when McDonald comes off the track, I got to direct him back to the...
I don't think you're going to put up any huge numbers with these tires, but I mean, you were down one, which really surprised me with these things.
My job duty for when the car would come off was to take air pressures, and that's the same kind of things that I have the guys on my team do, and I'd have to go to the crew chief and give him what I wrote down as far as air pressures, and then everybody else would have to do staggers and tire temps and things like that. So I feel like what I take down on my clipboard is pretty accurate to what NASCAR crew chiefs take down.
Exposure is everything for the school, and being able to sponsor all these big races and get us in front of all the NASCAR crew members and crew chiefs and even car owners, stuff like that, and having them see us work and hopefully performing well, I mean, that's everything. That's going to potentially lead to a job or a career someday, and you just want to perform as best as you can in front of them.
I'll tell you what, it's been invaluable to our race team, especially on a day like today. It's hot. These are the most trying conditions that you're probably going to see when you race, and it's 90 degrees here, and these young men have come here and done a terrific job. They obviously have some knowledge already of motorsports racing. They've gained some valuable experience here, and they worked right alongside of our crew members and worked under our crew chief, Rolling Chance. So they've gotten a lot of experience, and it's been invaluable to have them here with us. The exposure for these students is very, very good here. This is invaluable experience for them too. I hate to be repetitive with that word, but it seems to fit the case here. These students are around other teams. You have the big name teams here. You have the Joe Gibbs Racing, you have Richard Childress Racing, you have Michael Waltrip Racing, and on and on. You have the Race for Diversity, which has a lot of money behind it, and they're getting to meet a lot of diverse race people, team owners, PR people, especially here in Martinsville, because it draws a big crowd, and there are many of those type of people here. So it's good not only from the standpoint of working on the car, but the contacts that they make here and how they see how other things are done and how other teams see how they work as well. So it's very good for UNOH. It's very, very, very good exposure for them.
This is just unbelievable. I wish I went to a college like that to gain a little more experience and be able to come to the tracks like this. I mean, this place is unbelievable to come to and to check it out. So they're just so lucky to have this opportunity, and it's great. They can learn, and it's a little different than learning just in the classroom. You get to see what it's like at the track and just see what it's really like out in the racing world.
Professionalism is definitely one of the biggest things. You know, how you present yourself and how you look in front of a big stage instead of, like, you know, 200 people at Lima Land every Friday night is a lot different than 2,000 people here on a Sunday afternoon. You know, it's pretty hectic, and you got to be on your toes 100% of the time, but it's a blast.
When I carry the clipboard around, I'm taking notes when Chris comes off of what tires, how they grew, and what air pressures. And that's not much different from what Rolly was doing, our crew chief on the 71. I'd take air pressures and I'd give them to him. We would get all that information, we'd give it to him, and he'd put it down on his own clipboard. That way he could make decisions on what changes we were making, whether spring or air pressures.
I worked on the 71 K&N Pro Series car for Eddie McDonald. It was a great experience being around all the people that were there. In the garage stall right next to us, we had Ty Dillon, which is Richard Childress' grandson. So Childress might not have been there, but in a lot of the big name teams, they had people watching. So it was a great experience getting around all those people and working around them.
When the run went on, your time fell off a little bit at the end. What was it starting to do?
It might have just started to just get a touch on the front side. But I mean, nothing crazy. That's why I say we should just try something just to try it.
And you still got plenty of forward bite?
Yep.
Raise the right side pan up 1 inch.
Rolly, how about 3/4?
Yeah, 10-4. Get him down, reset the travel, get him out. Have a good lap then. Small Cody. Make the stick as high as 1626. Make sure somebody verifies it.
A little tight as soon as I get on the throttle.
10-4, give me 2 more red ones. Put it up on jack stands. All 4 jack stands, full data. Good job, guys.
I think, we'll just try and make the car so it's a little tighter, because when you put the tape on the nose, it really frees the car up. So just try and tighten it up just a little bit, get forward bite, and not a whole lot, because we have an impound race, so we're not allowed to do any adjustments after qualifying. So you got to qualify with what you're going to race on. So very minimal changes, just something we can adjust out of right before the race.
The NASCAR K&N Pro Series East is a development series where many drivers and crew members are gaining experience to move up the NASCAR ranks in hopes of making it to the Sprint Cup Series. The tour was formed as the NASCAR Busch Grand National North Series back in 1987.
Well, the opportunity down here is twofold. First is to give our students the opportunity to work on the cars hand in hand with the professionals on the modifieds and the K&N cars. And then marketing-wise, obviously, it exposes University of Northwestern Ohio to this area and region. And so I think we're going to accomplish both things with the events down here. Well, we're really excited with what's going on down here so far. I mean, we have the outside pole in the Whelen Modified race with our 2-car, and we took 6 quicks time in qualifying with our 71 K&N stock car. So students have done a great job. We're excited for the race to begin here shortly, and I'm looking forward to the results.
Green flag.
After qualifying second but having a poor redraw, the number 2 car, Todd Zegedy, started in 10th.
New Hampshire is still our Daytona, but Martinsville has so much history, modified back for a number of years now. It's tradition for years. It's one of the places they got their start, so it's an awesome deal to come here to try and win. It is, we've got a couple of seconds here, 5th. Unfortunately, we've never won here yet. We'll change that today.
Todd's car is performing differently today than it did in yesterday's qualifying, and he's worried that his fuel switch has been bumped and is not fully open. Todd was unable to make it to pit row without taking an extra lap due to traffic, but it gave UNOH student Brandon Zeal a chance to go over the wall as a crew member at a NASCAR event.
More coming outside right there. All clear, all clear.
The ones that are on the teams today are excited. They get to go over the wall in both races and obviously crew the team. So another neat experience that they get that not most people get an opportunity to do.
Todd and the crew rallied back to finish in 3rd.
Clear. Go, baby! Awesome job, everybody. What a comeback. I know, that's what I said. Don't take it. You're the man.
The University of Northwestern Ohio provided the unofficial pace car for the K&N Pro Series East race as part of their mobile learning center that traveled to the event. Eddie McDonald cut his right front tire, which will prove to give him troubles later in the race, as his crew chief, Raleigh LaChance, suspected.
During the race, about 50 laps in, the right front tire went flat. And when it went flat, it sets the whole car down on the right side, and it's got a sway bar arm on the front of it. And basically when it scraped around the track for an entire lap, it just rubbed that off. It just ground the sway bar arm off. And so they had to come into the pits and change the entire sway bar, and that's what took all the time away, putting 50 or 60 laps down.
10-4, good job. I've seen 3 cars cut down the right front tire. Crew, if we lose the right front, we're going to lose the right front sway bar arm. It's an 1 3/4 arm. We ought to get something dug out so it's ready to go.
During that time, he grabbed tools and he was the first one over the wall to fix it. They're only allowed 4 guys over the wall at a time. unlike a NASCAR team, I think they can have 7. The K&N cars can only have 4, so he was the one there with the most knowledge about the car, so he just grabbed some tools and he went over the wall and basically fixed it himself.
Right now.
The third qualifying number 71 car finished 27th.
It was just neat to see how big the place actually was. After seeing everything on TV about like Daytona, you know, it's a big 2-mile racetrack, and you would think Martinsville would just be a really tiny place, and you know, when you're standing inside of it and you can see the stands that go up, seems like for miles. It's just a really neat experience to be around where all the Cup guys you know have been in that garage area that you were working in. It was really cool.
Next week on Motorsports U, we're back at Lima Land for Firecracker Friday, and the University of Northwestern Ohio Motorsports teams have 3 new drivers behind the wheel of their stock cars.